Gita is a simple and easy poem, and along with that, it is also a riddle full of mysteries. In every chapter of the Gita, the word yoga is added. Bhakti Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and so on. The very meaning of yoga is to unite, to connect, but with whom? In the Gita itself, a word Manmana Bhav, meaning merge in my mind, has been mentioned. The simple meaning is that it is necessary to study every chapter only after having a connection with God, Ishwar. Only then the correct analysis of the Gita is possible. That is why the word yoga is added to the name of every chapter. However, the meaning of Manmana Bhav doesn't end just here. It has been mentioned in the very Gita. The mind is more powerful than the Indriya, and the intellect is more powerful than the mind, and that God, who is the intellect of the intelligent ones, is more powerful than the intellect. When God is considered to be beyond and greater than the Indriyan, mind and intellect, then what is the meaning of merging in the mind of God? Unless this becomes clear, how should we study the Gita? In order to have a connection with God, the most important thing is to know God. Without knowing anyone, how can we be connected to them? The more we recognize God, the more we will have a connection with Him. That is why it has been mentioned in the Gita too. Those with the childlike intellect consider yoga and knowledge to be different things, not the Pandits. But have we recognized God in reality? For this, it has been mentioned in the Gita, neither the deities nor the demons recognize God. No one other than God can give the introduction of God. It means no commentary of any human being can give the introduction of the real form of God at all. And the commentaries of the Gita that can't give the real introduction of God, they aren't the commentaries of the real Gita. Actually, they will be considered as commentaries of the false or ruined Gita. Then, what is the meaning of so many commentaries of the Gita that have been made and the people who are following them? Where are these commentaries leading us? They are certainly leading us to the false world. When God Himself can give His introduction, He Himself will have to incarnate in this world and give His introduction after incarnating. This introduction of God Himself will be called the true Gita. That is the reason why the Gita itself is said to have been spoken by God, Bhagavan Uvach. But the paradox is that the commentaries through which people are gradually getting to know and are accepting the meaning of the Gita, they all are spoken by human beings, Manushya Uvacha. The secrets of the solution to the religious, political, social, and personal life problems are hidden in the womb of the Gita. But whatever was obtained by the analysis of the commentaries made by human beings of the worship-worthy Gita, it is just the degradation of the world full of adultery and corruption, just like the deadly poison halahal wish, obtained after churning the ocean. Just like if just a trace of poison drops in a pot full of milk, the entire content of the pot becomes poisonous. Similarly, the Gita is a pot full of real milk in which the poison of various human commentaries is filled. It is because every human himself is a living effigy of vices, and the analysis made by human beings of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, created with an altruistic Paramartha intention by the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, ruins the greatness of the Gita spoken by God. Because every human being is certainly selfish. Swarth, self, swa, chariot like body, sharir rupi rath. No matter how pure the means, sadhan in the form of the Gita is, the worship sadhana filled with self-interest of a vicious ascetic sadhak makes this very pure Gita a curse for the society through his commentaries. This is what has happened and is happening now as well. So, the entire human society is going in the chasm of degradation. These very commentaries are the greatest adharma, and to remove this very adharma, the Supreme Father incarnates. When the Supreme Father comes in this world to give his introduction, that is, to explain the reality of the Gita. Is he born after becoming mature in a physical womb, just like you and me? Is he born through the vicious deeds of the corrupt Indriya? While making this very idea clear, it has been mentioned in the Gita many times that the birth and actions of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul are divine. Gita chapter 4, Shloka 9th. It means the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is Ajanma. Then, how is it possible for the Ajanma Supreme Father to incarnate in this world? For this, also it has been mentioned in the Gita. The Supreme Father is capable to know, see and enter. Chapter 11th, Shloka 54. If the Father of the incorporeal soul is Anu Aniyam Sam, subtler than an atom, like a point of light, he will definitely have to enter some human bodily being permanently and will have to come in some body made of 5 elements. Well, if the Ajanma Supreme Father has to incarnate in this way, it is possible just by entering. That is why he is also said to be capable of entering. He will have to enter some human body or human soul who is called Adam, Adidev, Shankar or Adinath. It means the Ajanma Supreme Father comes in this world. He certainly takes the support of some special human body who comes in the cycle of birth and death, enters him, controls him and plays a part through him. The Supreme Father performs the task of the establishment of the new Brahmin world that becomes the deity world, the destruction of the old world of Brahmins and the sustenance of the new world through this very personality, meaning Param Brahma, the Supreme Brahma, the Avyakta Murti, subtle personality, of Trimurti Shiva, Avyakta Murtina, chapter 9, shloka 4th. And to merge in the mind of this very Sagun, the corporeal form is called Manmanabhav. This itself is the center point of the entire human world, which proves the Gita to be worthy and unworthy. The basis of the ruination of the commentaries of the Gita is connected to this very fact. It means all the faults that have appeared in the Gita have been committed because of not understanding this very fact. How? The terrible mistakes that have been committed by the humans who have made commentaries because of not accepting and not realizing the above mentioned meaning of Manmanabhav.